Yeah, good evening once again. Welcome to Digital Z Hub. Please kindly listen to the following announcements. Please, once you have joined, please kindly mute your audio so that we can have a free discussion. Please kindly do that, except you want to say something. All right, please kindly mute your audio or your mic. Please mute your mic, please. I know we are going to have a rowdy section. Please, can we follow the rules so that we can start? All right, so introduction time. I'm Eguero Prosper, an IT professional at Digital Z Hub. And I would like some of us to unmute and quickly introduce ourselves. Just tell us your name and where you are connecting from. Once you are done with that, you mute back so that another person can take over the mic.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. Welcome to Digital Z Hub.
Yeah, thank you so much. Omar for Bernard. Listening in from Igondo, Lagos.
Okay. Welcome from Lagos.
Sorry, I think for the muting of the mic, you can do that automatically from your end and grant everybody access, because I don't believe everybody will switch off their mic by themselves.
Yes, I will do that if it is minimum. I will do that. I will do that. At times before I locate the person, the damage will have been caused. That is why I'm appealing. Okay, so the next person, please kindly unmute yourself. Tell us where you are joining this class from. Please kindly.
Yeah, this is Matthew.
Okay.
Yeah,
Welcome
this is Matthew from Nasarawa State.
from Nasarawa State. Thank you for joining Digital Z Hub. The next person, quickly, let's do that fast within 5 minutes so that we can kickstart the training.
All right, good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Nathaniel. No, I'm calling from Kogi State.
Welcome, joining from Kogi State. Thank you for contacting Digital Z Hub. The next person, I just need
All
few
right.
persons, 2 to 3 persons, and then we move on.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I'm from Kano State.
You are joining from Kano State. Thank you for connecting with us. The next person.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Please, the next person, so that we can start as soon as possible. I know I still have more persons here that have not introduced themselves, or can I assume that? Good evening.
My name is Mubarak Musa from Niger State.
From Niger State. All the brother from the northern part of the country, Sanudezwa, Allah Ibadi Sa, Ugo de Yawa, Ugo de Yawa. All right.
The network online.
All right, please kindly mute yourself back so that we can start right away. Please, everybody mute yourself, except you have something to say. All right, so I want to sincerely thank every one of us that have honored this invitation. We find this our pleasure, and we want to say thank you for joining Digital Z. And at the same time, I want to congratulate you for recognizing opportunity. Right, so tonight's section is going to be on cybersecurity. As we can see on the screen is a one-time training. After this training, for those of you that will be interested in registering for the full class, you can chat us with the contact display on the screen. And I want to beg us for something before we commence. If you are on YouTube, so that you can get subsequent updates from this platform, please kindly search for at Digital Zeal Hub and make sure that you subscribe so that whenever we upload any video, you get updates and then you'll be able to stay connected. All right, so a brief description of this platform. So this is Digital Zeal Hub, an online platform that we put together 3 years ago to cater for individuals who are disconnected from the so-called conventional computer training center, which are known as the on-site facilities. We observe after a study that there are still a lot of persons that we need to reach out to. And as we all know today, most of the job in technology are becoming remote, that is working from home. And sometimes it is important you learn from a platform like this, because if you are going to work from home, you are expected to be conversant with applications like Zoom like this and some other related program. All right, so that is one of the advantage. So just to talk on some of the program we offer on this platform outside the cybersecurity that we are in for tonight. This platform can train you on data analytics, cybersecurity, website development, graphic design, AutoCAD, digital marketing, Microsoft Office, or let me just say desktop publishing. That is the entry level in technology, and so many other programs. So always feel free to reach out to me directly with this particular number. You can call, you can also WhatsApp us. You can also reach out to us via the website address displayed in case you want to. And if you are in any of those groups, we will keep feeding you with information regarding to upcoming training. All right, so I'm going to continue the training. I want to beg every one of you that have made it here to make sure that you stay through to the end, because there are a lot of information that will give to us towards the end of this training that you need to know as regards to choosing a career in cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is a very wide domain in technology and currently is ranked the top trending technology or tech skill that you should look up to, probably because of a lot of opportunity that are on the space, which we are going to discover as we proceed tonight. Okay, so let's quickly look at our simple objective, what we intend to talk about. Let's look at the objective. So our objective in tonight's section or tonight's training are what I have listed. So tonight we should be able to know what is cybersecurity. Tonight we should be able to know why cybersecurity matters today. That will enable us to know why it happens to be the most or the top trending test kit to acquire. We'll also look at some real life cyber attack example, both local and global. We'll also talk about who needs cybersecurity. So you see that particular option is very important that you stay till I talk about that topic, because that is one of the motivating factor that is actually making almost everyone want to become cybersecurity specialist or expert. We look at the key message. We look at some of the cyber threats that affect individuals, businesses, and governments. It's about security, and it's a business of all. It is not a business of only tech practitioner. As a matter of fact, a session like this is supposed to be populated with almost everybody. But today, because of wrong orientation, because of people have not really been educated properly, some persons see this program as a threat. So, but tonight you are going to see a lot of opportunity, a lot of career opportunity that are in cybersecurity. It's a very wide domain that you cannot be all. You just have to, identify where you want to belong to. And that is why I said we should stay true as I walk all through the journey, explaining all these different career you can develop in the field of cybersecurity. So let's quickly start with what is cybersecurity? What is cybersecurity? Let's start from there. Right, so cybersecurity is the practice of protecting computers, networks, systems, and data from digital attack, unauthorized access, damage, and theft. So you see the key words that I highlighted are the major reason why everybody wants to become a cybersecurity expert, are the major reason why almost all the big companies and the media companies are looking for cybersecurity experts, because in recent time, there have been increase in internet transaction. Almost every sector are gradually integrating or diving into technology. Think of any sector you know today. Is it the medical sector? Is it the finance sector? You see that almost every sector today, they are adopting technology. And because of that, that is causing high rising of cyber threats. So a lot of companies now see the need to hire cybersecurity experts that can help them to protect their data, protect their network, protect their system from the intruders or from the attackers. So you can see the reason all of a sudden as cybersecurity have risen from where it used to be to the top in technology, followed by data analytics, because these two programs somehow promote themselves. Because the more data we have on the internet space, the more insights can be derived that can aid decision making. And the more we have this data on the internet, the more experts will be needed to protect them. All right? So just a disclaimer, we do not advocate for any individual to use this skill for bad purpose. The reason why we came up with this training is for defensive purpose, because we have offensive aspect of this program, and then we have defensive aspect of this program. And for us, we only specialize on training individuals to be able to defend system. So organizations are looking for individuals who can help them to defend their system, who can help them to analyze security threats so that they can put measure in place so that they can outsmart we call them black hat hackers or the bad guys. So we are not advocating. So everything you are going to learn in this section is to be geared towards using it to assist and to help organization to protect their system, not to increase cyber what threat or attack. So just to explain further, cybersecurity centers on what are the core aspects of this program. Number one, protecting personal information, such as password, bank details, emails, and then it also centers on business data, that is protecting customer records, financial data. It also centers on safeguarding government system, national data, and infrastructure. Okay, so you can see that there is no government parastatal that do not have a cyber security specialist. As we continue, you get to know different aspects you can build a career on in the field of cybersecurity. There are a whole lot of aspects you can decide to focus on. So just make sure that you stay with us as we proceed. In summary, cybersecurity is about staying safe in digital world. Staying safe in the digital world. So in summary, so one of the advantage of you connecting to this training, at the end of this, you should be able to know your left from your right. You should be able to know how to operate on the internet, because whether you like it or not, every one of us, we are naked on the internet. If you enroll for the full package, by the time we start dealing with what we know as ethical hacking, when we start gathering information, you'll be surprised that even as you are with your system over there, somebody can get information about your system without knowing. So just in case you think that you are that protected, everybody is naked on the internet. All our data resides on the internet. If you have an account, let's say you operate with a bank, it means that your data are on the internet, because there are some of us that have this mindset that why should I even pay attention to the security of the internet? Some will say that what do I have on the internet that need to be conscious of its security? And I'm just telling you right now that every one of us, directly or indirectly, we have digital identities. Whether you like it or not, your mobile phone has your data attached to it. So there are 1 million reasons why, even though you are not going to practice, you should be aware of certain ways of the black hat hackers and the internet fraudsters, so that you can be guided. When you understand their tricks, you will not be tricked. That is just the truth. Security is about being informed. When you are informed the ways of the bad guys, when a company employs you tomorrow, you become their counselor, you become their advisor. You'll be able to develop security policies that will guide them in curbing the ways or the attack that will have been launched on them. That is going to be your major work. No company will want to appreciate you after attack has been carried out on them, but they will appreciate you for giving them information ahead, because you are going to be using scripts to perform what we call security analysis, where you analyze the threats in their system, to know where you analyze the vulnerabilities, to know whether there are loopholes that need to be blocked on time. So you going through the entire training gives you that total knowledge. So when you are employed tomorrow, most of your work are going to be based on proactiveness, giving them certain information for them to take proactive steps that could stop certain attack on them. That is going to be major aspects you are expected to function. All right. So now with all that said, let's look at why cybersecurity. Why should I build a career in this aspect of technology? Why should I prioritize the security of the internet? And as we all know, the internet is the largest database. Just imagine somebody is not concerned with the security of such domain. The largest, even people that have just 1 gig space on the internet that stores their company data, you can see the way they are always very conscious of the security of just that 1 gigabyte space. Not to talk of the largest database. So that means that there are a lot of job opportunity for you and I. There are a lot of job opportunity, because there is no way the security of the internet can be guaranteed 100%. You know why? It's because of individuals that have not buy into it, because of individuals who have not prioritized, who have not bothered to be aware of the ways of the bad guys. As a result of that, there will always be people that will fall victim. So there will always be cyber attack, because of ignorance, because of people not paying attention to what happens around them, and they are busy transacting. So the more some individuals, just like the way you are here now, the more people are aware of the ways of the bad guys, and probably desist or probably curb them, and there will still be some set of individuals that will be ignorant. So let's quickly look at some of the reasons why the internet security should be prioritized by almost every individual and institutions. So cybersecurity is more important today because we rely heavily on technology and the internet. When I started, I said almost every sector now consumes the technology. Almost every sector, directly or indirectly, they are involving technology. So I mentioned a few of them here. The banking sector. Gone are the days where people will go to the bank. I can't remember when last I visited the bank to deposit using the deposit slip, because now we all transact using the app and the USSD. So which means that what? There are more transactions within the internet. And that has given room for the attackers to what? To hijack more information once they are not what? Protected. So cyber criminals are becoming more advanced. So you need to be aware. So that is why a training like this is very important. If all that you learn tonight is for you to be aware of some of the ways the bad guys operate, so that when next you transact within the internet space, you know what you should entertain and what you shouldn't. So more activities are done online. That is one of the reasons why there are so many job opportunities in this course. More activities are done on the internet, just to mention a few. The banking, the shopping, people are now buying things online more than the traditional physical method. People, some individuals do no longer visit physical shop to buy things. They order online. Even shops now create e-commerce websites. People just prefer buying things and then they get the item what shipped to them. So all of these things, somehow, as you are placing that order, your information are what? Being transported from one point to what? Another. And because of that high traffic of information movement, the bad guys are now more positioned to capture more information if they are not what? Protected. So as we proceed, you will now understand what we call cryptography from the word what? Cryptocurrency. So one of the reasons why you see everybody going into cryptocurrency because of the Web 3.0, which emphasizes more on security, end-to-end encryption. And that is why you see most people today, most criminals prefer transacting with their crypto account because it cannot be easily what? Traced. And it is highly protected. So what a cybersecurity expert is expected to do is to do what we call cipher. You cipher, you encrypt such sensitive information such that during transit, even if the bad guys are able to hijack it, when they open it, they cannot see the real password. That is why you notice when you are entering your password is always what? Ciphered. That is why you just be seeing ... because it has been what? Encrypted. So for you to see it, you have to decrypt it. All right. Now, a single cyber attack. Why cyber security? Why the cyberspace? Why should organization employ a cyber security expert? Because a single cyber attack can cause a lot of disorganization, financial loss, data theft, reputation damage. Most time when banks tells you that they are doing upgrade, most time is not upgrade. Certain attack must have happened. But for security reason, they don't want to disclose it because they know the implication of disclosing it. When they disclose it, just imagine you have billions of naira in a particular bank and you now get information that that bank has been hacked. I am very sure that everybody will pick race to go and withdraw their money. So and when that happens, they know how much they are going to lose. So sometimes they try to be diplomatic. Every security expert needs to know how to communicate with security code. If you go to the policing sector or the military, they have their code. When there is a kind of issue, they don't come out raw. It is the practice. So the same thing here. So when the incident responder, because that is the field of some individuals, which I'm going to explain as we proceed. These are people that once attack has happened, they are very good at knowing what to do within the next few seconds to block all the necessary channel. Is an aspect of cybersecurity that someone can specialize on. We call them incident responder specialists. We have some that analyze the threat. Their work is just to analyze and give what we call their reports. They report on, they analyze the security threats on the system they are given to protect, on the network they are given to protect. On a daily basis, they carry out this, analysis. They scan the system, and they must have installed strong antivirus that will be able to detect malware or malicious transaction and be able to give you the information. So as an expert, it is your duty to be able to interpret that analysis report to your in a non-technical way to whoever you are working for. So these are some of the reasons why cybersecurity should be prioritized, and these are some of the reasons why you see it topping in technology today. So let's look at some facts. Hackers do not need physical access anymore. As a matter of fact, they have advanced, like I highlighted before. They have advanced. If you check very well, you will agree with me. For some time now, drastically, physical stealing, as in people breaking people's shop, have reduced because now they have changed their focus. They are now doing what we call cyber attack than going to people's shop and all of that. So as they are advancing, individuals need to be trained, you and I, to know their way. So the whole essence of studying this course is for you to be trained the ways of these bad guys so that organization can hire you to be on the defensive side so that you can counter them, so that you can defend their system. That is the genuine reason. No government will approve a program like this to increase attack or to increase cyber crime. The essence is for defensive purpose. It's just that some individuals, after learning this, they change it to the other way around, which is not proper. And we do not advocate for it. We don't train on that. So focus on how you can use it to benefit yourself and the public. That is the defensive aspect of it. So let's quickly look at some real life cyber attack. So we are going to look at them from different levels, the local level and the global level. So why I am rolling out all this information is for you to know, because sometimes this is more or less of mentorship or like consultancy, trying to, for some of us, that is why we make this session free, so that you have an understanding of what it is. Because at times when you enroll someone in this field without knowing the intricacy, you discover that sometimes they are carried away with the bad aspects. Sometimes they do not even know why they are in for it. And that is why we came up with this free, just like giving you the necessary information you need to know. So if I venture you are subscribing, you know what you are subscribing into. So let's quickly look at some of the real life cyber attack, things that has happened. So the what we call WannaCry ransomware, and this happened in 2017. So there are incidents that happen that led to the how do I put it, that led to the emergence of this or emerging of this particular program. So the entire world did not just sit down and say, okay, let's create a tech domain called cybersecurity. No, there are damages that happened some years ago that led to there is need for people to be trained. There is need for people to be aware. There is need for us to train people to be able to counter these guys. Whether you like it or not, security cannot, cyber attack cannot be totally eradicated. You can only reduce it. And that is for companies that are ready to hire experts like you and I, because some are so economical. Some, they are looking at how much am I making that I will, hire the service of a cyber security expert. And what they do not know, that's more money they are making. The day the bad guys will take it from them, they will go back to square zero. So that is one thing they do not know. So affected over this particular attack, ransomware, as we continue to get to understand, but let me just, let me mention some of let me explain them a little bit. It's just like, that is what we know today as kidnapping. So in cyberspace, there is kidnapping. There are people that kidnap people data for financial gain. We call them what? Ransomware. They kidnap, they look at people's sensitive data. There are tools that they use to grab this information even while you are using your system and lock it with certain format. And the next time you research on how to decrypt it, you'll be surprised that their content will be available, and they will tell you that you have to pay certain amount of money before they can decrypt it for you. So their major work, that is the occupation of some bad individuals, which we do not advocate. Their work is just to grab company sensitive information, bank sensitive information, and then they don't want to destroy it just for financial gain. So imagine this year, this particular attack that is labeled as WannaCry ransomware, and the year it happened, affected over 150 countries, shutting down hospitals and companies by encrypting their data. You can imagine 150 countries were affected. Now tell me why company will not prioritize the service of a cybersecurity expert. Some of us that are in this part of the undeveloped country, we do not really understand. Travel out of this undeveloped aspect of the continent, places like UK, you will see almost every business must hire a cybersecurity specialist. Every business, every company. We just are here, we don't prioritize it. But a time is coming, because right now, you can see that gradually, most of these undeveloped countries, they are beginning to take some bold steps, trying to transit from the manual to technology. And if you are not also advancing, then you'll be left behind. Facebook data breach. Millions of user personal data was exposed, affecting privacy worldwide. So let's look at so this is from the global level now, how an attack that happened on the internet space affected 150. Now let's look at it on the local level. Bank SMS or email phishing scam. There is what we call phishing in cybersecurity. Phishing is simply somebody, we refer to that as social engineering. Somebody, luring you into or making something look very, beneficiary or lucrative. And then taking advantage of that to grab what the person needs, either to launch an attack or to grab what is looking for. You see them. That is the reason why you notice we locked our WhatsApp group. I would not give room for our followers to comment, and we provide number you can private chat. If I open that group, this night alone, some of you will leave that group. You will see the way all these phishing guys will be loading different malicious information. So there are a lot of social engineering going on. Somebody will send you a link, and that link is just to get the IP address of your system. So when you enroll and we go into ethical hacking, you will now, you see, when you are done with the ethical hacking, this is not ethical hacking, I'm talking about practical. You will see that you will almost fault yourself. You're almost like Jesus. So this is what is happening. Your eyes will be open. You will not come to that point that, so I need to be conscious of whatever I do on the internet. Even some of the things you post on your Facebook, they are in the public domain. You'll be surprised somebody can scan those things and use them to what? To follow you up until you eventually what? Fall into the trap. So sometimes they can spend time following you on Facebook, liking, trying to calculate what you like doing, and they will use it to what? To grab you. And that is why you must avoid desperation. That is one of the best way you can conquer these attackers. You shouldn't just see a link and then you just click. Find out the authenticity of that link. Wait for a while. Examine the source of that link. Verify it. Check whether it's genuine before you click. For some of us, because we are desperate to make money, somebody can just, and these guys, they are in the society, they know the pressure people are facing. They know the country that their citizens are hungry. They know that, okay, if they should say, we want to give out 20,000, you see thousands of individuals that will buy into it. And they use that desperation to grab your information. WhatsApp message promising fake job offers. We need to be careful. We need to be careful. All these things are all over the places. They are all over the places. And sometimes when you click, like I said, it's just to get IP address or your MAC address and use it to what? To launch attack. And some, their work is to grab this information and sell them to the real what? Bad hackers. Because most times the bad hacker do not leave their domain. They are always on Macs. So they have representative that gather information, which is called active or passive reconnaissance in cybersecurity, particularly in what? Ethical hacking. Social media account hacking, ATM card and online banking what? Fraud. All these are local attacks that happen on the internet. So you now see that there are 1 million reasons why you should be conscious of the security of the internet. So who need cyber security? Who are the people that really need this service? Cybersecurity is not only for IT experts like us. It affects students, online classes, email, social media, because students participate in online classes just like this one. So they need to be aware so that they don't easily get what? Attack. It's a business of everyone. And the way the world is going today, everything is going digital. I can tell you categorically, the next few years from now, those physical centers where they offer computer training will fold. You know why? because a time will come, they will not be able to cope with that expenses, pay rents, looking for professionals. And even the professionals are wising up now. The physical center, most of them cannot even pay them. They cannot even pay them. And when you are doing such job as a professional, you are limited to one place. You cannot take advantage of other jobs. But if you are taking online jobs, you can take multiple jobs and you can work from home. And what baffles me is that you will see some persons that will tell you that I cannot do online training and they are looking for a remote job. And you ask them, somebody who do not even know any app on the internet, somebody who has not even connected to a Zoom app, just like the way you have connected, somebody who have not done anything that has to do with online communication, and they land you with online job, and they start telling you, you need to know how to use this app, you need to, sometimes it becomes difficult for them to cope at the beginning. So the whole tech world is revolving, is advancing. You need to advance, you need to position. You know, there is this says that AI has come to take the job from people. AI has come to help experts to do their work easily. But AI has come to make those that are not in tech to lose their jobs. And those that just want to settle for average. Because a time will come, the paid job will only be meant for what? Professionals. So you need to groom yourself. Who needs cyber security? Professionals. Because they work with data, remote access. So somehow they are transacting on the internet. Business owners, to be able to secure what? Customer data, financial records. Individuals, your phone has a lot of security features, but there are a lot of us here that do not even know how to activate what? Two-factor. They are just using very simple password. There are a lot of security features that are already built with latest phone. Some can recognize your face. Some can recognize, part of your body. All these are as a result of advancing because of the way the bad guys are also what? Advancing. Governments, they need it. So all this is to tell you and I that there are a lot of job opportunity for us out there. If you use a phone, computer, or internet, you need cyber what? Security. So the key message is cyber threats affect individuals, businesses, and governments. So you can say that what? Everybody should be involved. Everybody should be involved. Either you are using it to work for company or you are using it to guide yourself while you are operating on the internet. Individual can lose money and privacy. Do you know some of these things, because they have not really happened to some of us, we don't know how intense they are. We don't know. Let your Facebook account be hacked once. You will understand what we are saying. Just because of ignorance that you did not activate what? Two-factor security. Facebook account that you have up to like 1 million followers, accounts that you have taken time to develop. You have taken time to build trust. All of a sudden, you don't have access to this. It can be devastating. So business can shut down or lose customers. Government can face national security risks. All right. Now, government can face national security risks. So cybersecurity is everyone's responsibility. So I want to pause for the next few minutes and get feedback from you. You have any question? How is the class going? You are getting it, you are not getting it. Let me get a response within the next 4 minutes before I continue with the common cyber threat and attack. So once you are aware of all this, then when next you see their sign, you carry your leg and run, or you know how to what to deal with them. Okay, so the line is open for interaction now. If you have any comments, if you have been following what I've been teaching since, let me hear from you. You have a question, you want to say something within the next 4 minutes. I'm giving us the opportunity to interact. Anybody? Okay, somebody have used the comment section. So far, the class has been interesting. Thank you, sir. Okay, so is either you use the message section or you can simply unmute yourself and say something. You have question, you can also ask within these 4 minutes, please. All right.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Nathaniel Noah.
Right, you are welcome.
All right, thank you, sir. About the cyber security we discussed, so I really appreciate your teaching.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, do I see
So
have?
I'm interested in it, and I want to.
Okay, so just make sure that you stay to the end, and I'm going to give a special discount to everyone that is interested that join. Different from the actual course. So just make sure that you stay to the end where I'm going to fill out that information. Do I still have anybody who has any?
Like you discuss about web development or
Yeah. Do I have any other comments? Okay, so let me
and
ask.
data analysis.
Yes.
What about all those that you just mentioned in the beginning?
Okay, what will happen is that maybe towards the end, I'll give us a rundown again, so that we don't distract ourselves. Let's just be focused for now on the main business. Okay, do I still have anybody who wants to say anything? You have questions to ask. There's no questions, so we can forge ahead. All right, so I will assume we are all following. All right, so now let's proceed. Let's proceed. Right, so now let's quickly look at some of the common cyber threats and attack people faces. Let's discuss that. Common cyber threats. Cyber threats are harmful activities carried out by attackers to steal data, damage systems, or disrupt services. This attack targets individuals, businesses, and government, often exploiting human mistakes. Did you get it? These boys, these guys, they take advantage of human mistake. The simple illustration is this. Some of us, we are very careless. You want to go and buy something, you leave your door open. You just have that confidence that all my neighbors, I trust them. Within how many minutes that I want to go to the next street, nobody will enter. Once you don't understand that somebody can be studying you, you do that consistently. The person must have been monitoring. We call that what? Eavesdropping in cybersecurity. We call it eavesdropping. Somebody monitoring you without knowing. Somebody can monitor you for a month. Check all these kidnappers. They don't just launch attack. They must have been following you, the routine you have been following, And that is why once you are a security expert, you don't do things in one way. Sometimes you change your pattern, change your direction. These are some of the ways you can lose those people that are eavesdropping you. So the same thing even in cybersecurity. Now, we are looking at the common word threats. Number one is what we call malware. So here we have started going into the business. So pay good attention here. Malware, these are cybersecurity terms. And when you apply for a job during an interview, they are going to be questioning you using these terms. Try and understand. So as a practitioner, as a cyber security practitioner, you should know all these terms. What is malware? Malware is a short for what? Malicious software. This is actually the business of some individuals, some bad guys, which we do not advocate for. What they do, they are programmers, and their own programming is to write malicious software, software that can be used as spy, software that can be used to exploit your system or your network. If you enroll and we get to, what we call penetration testing, which we know as ethical hacking, you will not see how, because your work then is to be examining the strength of the company's system. So the company will legally allow you to check, to penetrate into their system to see whether you'll be able to go through. Then if you are able to go through, then it send a message to them that the outsider can also come in. So once you give that report that I was able to penetrate, they will quickly call their expert and put everything in place. Block, change their password and everything. That is why we exist as ethical hacker. Sometimes we remove the ethical and we just focus on hacking, and that is why is always sometimes threats to some individual. Say, I don't want to go and hack people's system. Who told you? You have not differentiated the type of hacking we're talking about. Ethical means what? Legal, healthy, approved. This is not unethical. So what the training you can get anywhere is what? Ethical. All right? What is good? So this is a good practice. Don't let the word hacking scare you. It's ethical hacking you are learning, which means that you are going to be trained the ways the bad boys operate, because sometimes it is only those that understand the logic of the bad boys that can foresee the attack and be able to put measures in place to stop the attack. So let's know that one of the common cyber threats and attack is malware. So type of malware, we have virus. So you can see almost everybody must have heard of virus, but you don't know that virus is a malware. Virus is a malware. That is why you see virus is an enemy of every computer. I've not seen any computer user that is excited that, today I got 3 viruses in my system. Instead, they are always very angry at virus. That is why we take proactive steps by installing antivirus. And you know what? Some of us will go and install, let me call it general purpose antivirus. You go and install all those SmartDAV, all those antivirus that are not licensed. That is what some of us does. And we will not have the confidence to be accepting, to be allowing people to be connecting their flash drive, just because you are relying on that unlicensed antivirus. So if you are employed tomorrow, you must not allow company that you are working for to use such word antivirus. You stand on your ground as a professional. They must purchase license. These are the software that we will teach you how to install, how to configure it, how to set them up, because it's your key software. That is one of the software you use to analyze your threats. So you go and buy very strong antivirus, not all those ones they will say 1,000 naira. If you ask the bank now, you will agree with what I'm saying. I don't think those ones will use antivirus that will cost them maybe 10,000. They can use antivirus that will cost them millions of naira because they know what that antivirus. And who is the expert that is going to manage that antivirus? It's you and I. So we are going to be using that antivirus to scan all the system sector, and the antivirus will always give us a report. And then we will be able to relate the reports as our report to the stakeholder. So virus attaches itself to legitimate file or program. That is the work of virus. They were attached and they are very sensitive. They know files that you value so much. They will go and attach. Sometimes they prefer dealing with what? Your Microsoft window, because they know that that is the principal software. Once they knock it down, they know that all your app can no longer be accessed, and the file that you must have saved in that system, probably that you have not backed up, they must have also follow the incident. Spread when the affected file is opened. That is why we have to be guided when we want to collect people's flash drive, or when you want to download. One of the easiest way your system can contact virus is through downloading. Now the question is that, can you actually do without downloading things on the internet? If you are a student, you will definitely download stuff from the internet. So that's why I told us earlier on that we cannot actually eradicate all these attacks. But the more we are aware, the more we guide ourselves from being victims. Can corrupt or delete data. Example, a USB drive with an infected file that spread when plugged into a computer. So when somebody tells you that, please don't connect your flash drive to my system. Please don't be offended. Don't take it personal. That is somebody that understands the security. Because some of us will get angry, which shows that we are not experts. We don't know the importance of securing. That person is trying to secure his or her system. That person values what he or she has in that system. So let's look at another type of malware. We have worm. These are the things that exist in our systems that a cybersecurity expert should be able to identify and remove. So when you get to that office every morning, you scan the entire system, and if you detect any of them, either you quarantine them or you delete them. But there are times that when you delete some of them, you end up deleting your important information. So it's better you put them in a place where they cannot cause any harm and allow you to still use that file. That is quarantine. So worm spread automatically across network. Does not need user interaction before the spread. They consume system resources. Example, a worm spreading through unsecure Wi-Fi network. So sometimes some of us, we like begging people, please, can I connect to your Wi-Fi? You don't understand that sometimes somebody can just open up his Wi-Fi so that you can connect to it and be able to get certain information. So if you enroll for the program, when we get to Wi-Fi penetration testing, you will now see how somebody can break into your Wi-Fi and be able to use the Wi-Fi free, or be able to to use that Wi-Fi to establish certain connection that can be used to steal your information. Sometimes the Wi-Fi is not just for sharing data. Sometimes it can act as a channel to access your system resources. But when you are aware of all this, you'll be guided, and you'll be able to guide the company as well. The next type of malware is Trojan, disguised as legitimate software. Creates a backdoor for attackers. Can you see it? So this is one of the logic they use. You are using your system, and they have a backdoor where things can be what? Traveling out of your system. So the Trojan malware can get into your system, and one of the way, let me shock us with this, one of the way they get all this malware into your system is that they know the software people download almost every day. They know the software people download almost every day. So they will go and download it and add this malware inside and upload it in their website. And the next time you type on Google how to download, or I want to download, let's say, Anaconda, or I want to download WhatsApp, you know, Google will bring out different websites where you can download it. And then you do not prioritize the source, the URL you want to follow to download. Your own is that any URL, any website where they mention you can download, you click and start downloading. And what you do not know is that somebody must have created the website, and they know that people download that software a lot. They will add this one, add this virus, add all this. But as soon as you download it, you have automatically downloaded all this into your system. And once they exist in your system, they will be acting as spy, be sending, we create a backdoor that the bad hacker can be using to gain access into your system. And at a point, they can even lock your system. It has happened to a lot of persons. You enter the password that you used to know, it will not enter. Imagine, they have taken over your system. Please, Matthew, please control your audio. All right. Now, example, a fake crack software downloaded from an untrusted website, like I just explained. This is how a lot of us are falling victim. On a daily basis, a lot of people are doing this. They want to download things, they don't check the source. For example, now you want to download Python. And you know that Python has an official website, python.org. And somebody will leave that official website and go to anyhow website and start downloading. That person can be victim. But if you are in this class, Matthew, please, you are distracting with your audio. If you are in this class, after this class, always be careful where you download this from. Because these are some of the ways you can easily contact all this. So the ransomware, remember we have what? The malware. Under malware, we have worm, we have virus, we have Trojan. And I've highlighted. This is another type of what? Cyber threat and attack. Ransomware. Encrypt file. Encrypt file and demand payment to restore access. I've mentioned that before. Hospital or company locked out of their system. Can you imagine? And asked to pay ransom. All these things happen, but all these big companies, they are the ones that normally face some of these things because of the insider. Most of the attack that happen within this big company,
They have strong security system. Ordinarily, an outsider cannot break into. But there are people inside that are selling this company data. That is why you see them being attacked at times. And that is why you see them, sometimes they change their password every now and then, because they know that the insider can sell all this information periodically. So the key message here, always back up data. So tomorrow when you are employed as a cybersecurity expert, you should know how to back up files. Backing up file, you advise them to get external storage. You advise them to buy storage at Amazon or Azure, all these cloud storage company. They should buy space and store and back up all their files, so that when this kind of attack happens and you block all the loopholes, or when they are demanding for the payment, you will tell them go to hell, because you have the version of what they are asking you to pay for. But when you do not back it up, you have no choice. Phishing, this is another type. Phishing and social engineering. Please, I need a feedback. I want somebody, one person to admit and say, sir, I am following, please. At least one person. I want to know if I am making sense.
Sir, we are following.
Thank you. So what is phishing in cybersecurity? Phishing means what? I've mentioned this before. Somebody painting something as if it is real, trying to get your attention to buy into it, but it is fake with the wrong intention. That is phishing in cybersecurity. It's one of the common way they lure people into what? A system that could expose them. It's one of the common way. This one is very common. Trick users into giving password, OTP. Some of us, you are aware of this status, where somebody will tell you that I wanted to send the recharge card to someone, and I mistakenly said, please, can you forward it back to me? That is phishing logic. You ask yourself, sometimes, because the level of desperation, that's why we don't always analyze things. You should ask yourself, when you send somebody a message, I believe you have the copy. You can find it in your sense. How come you are not asking me to send it back to you before you can have it? Simple. But sometimes when you are desperate to make money, to achieve things, you end up what? Falling victim before you realize. Somebody sending you, like somebody can tell you that somebody will hack, as in your Facebook account is about to be hacked. If you don't send this code back to me now for me to block it, I am reaching you from Facebook. Are you for victim? And you know Facebook will never do that. They will send you mail. And you should know when it's genuine. Though some of them are very smart too. They can make it look real. That is why you yourself, you have to be smart. You have to be smart. Your bank account will be blocked. Imagine, they just tell you that if you don't, they send you an OTP that they want to use to gain access. And when they put that pressure on you that if you don't do it, your bank account, imagine when you now start looking at the billions of naira you have there, that pressure will make you to want to adhere to the instruction. And then you fall victim. These are things general public do not know. If everybody know all this I'm talking about, these boys will go what? Hungry. Social engineering, psychological manipulation of people. Psychological manipulation of people is referred to as social engineering. Attackers pretend to be trusted individuals. Someone called claiming to be an IT support, asking for your login detail. You should ponder and ask. Don't be in hurry to attend to such. Sometimes they will reach you from the bank and say that They will even quote your information because they have carried out what we call passive reconnaissance, which if you enroll, will do the practical so that you see how you can get this information on the internet without even the person what acknowledgement. So they have all manner of tools they use. But when you are aware, you also know what makes it difficult for them. So you advise the company to put that in order. 3, password attack. Password attack. They all call brute force. That's what they break into. They break into. Try many password combination until one works. They can stay on it for days. So when you register, you are going to see how we will practicalize all this within a set up virtual lab. So we're going to set up a practicing virtual lab that is safe, where we will now install virtual machines that we will use to be trying all this and see whether we can go through and therefore be able to work to advise the organization. Credential snuffing. Using leak password from one site to what access other sites. Works because people what reuse password. Keyword here, the best advice is that what? Use strong, unique password and 2-factor authentication. Facebook now have it. Even WhatsApp also have it. If I ask you now, some of us, we have not activated 2-factor authentication on our WhatsApp. Somebody can really hack it. If you don't know how to activate that, find out, or when you enroll, we show you all of that. Man in the middle, which is called what? MITM, attack. Attackers secretly intercept communication between 2 parties, often happen on public Wi-Fi, using Wi-Fi at cafe while an attacker captures your login details. Avoid, what is the advice for you here? Avoid sensitive transaction on public what? Wi-Fi. Use VPN. Virtual private network, which cannot expose your information. Number 5, insider threats. Threat from people inside on organization. I have mentioned that. So just to wrap up the key points, cyber threat comes in many forms. Humans are often the weakest link. Awareness is the first line of defense. Just imagine the time you have taken to join this session. All this, what I'm giving you since, they are like informing you so that you don't fall victim. And some individuals prefer just come in and start practicalizing. And what you don't know is that what? In security, awareness is the best. If you know that there is an attack somewhere, you will not bother to visit such environment. You are safer than somebody who wants to go there and check for himself, who might not return. So as far as I'm concerned, you see this class where you are getting to know what you need to know is more important than every other aspect of this. Because without this, you cannot actually speak as a professional. You cannot advise the company you are working for effectively. You cannot counsel them. because even you yourself, you are not aware. So cybersecurity for individual, whatever. So this one is just an advice for individual. Learn to use strong password manager, use two-factor authentication, 2FA, save browsing habits. Learn the advice I gave to us the other time. Make sure that you do not download things from anyhow places. Prioritize where you download things from. So when you abide to all this, you'll be safer on the internet. So now this is the main topic, which is going to lead us to the last aspect of it. Careers in cybersecurity. Careers in cybersecurity. This aspect is very important. Make sure that you do not log out. This is very important to you so that you know the area you want to practice. So you don't just go and register anywhere, even if you don't register with us, and start learning this without having a focus. So let's quickly discuss the careers. Cybersecurity offers many career paths depending on your interests. These are the factors now. Skill level and background. You see, that is the reason why I advise some of us to join the Python class. There are a lot of prerequisites that you need to have before you can be a professional security expert, depending on the area. There are some areas that do not need programming knowledge. That is why you see some persons advertising that you don't need any prior knowledge before you can learn cybersecurity. Probably they want to train on only that aspect that do not need the programming. But as I'm going to walk us through, you will now see that there are some areas that need core programming. So if you are the type that is aiming to zero in this area, then you know that you need to prioritize what? Programming. There are areas that you need to prioritize networking. You need to go and understand how systems and network on the internet. All right, so based on the interest, the skill level, and the background, not all roles require deep coding. Some focus on analysis, policy, or people. So those ones will not require what? Coding. So let's quickly walk through them. Let's look at them. So the first one is what? Cybersecurity analyst. So at the end of the day, you can say, I want to become cybersecurity what? Analyst. So from this class, you now know what a cybersecurity analyst should know, so that you don't go and proclaim yourself wrongly when you don't know what that section or sector demand. So what they do, make sure that you get some of this acronym, because when you start searching for a job, don't be surprised, they will just use this abbreviation. That is what? SOC, which means what? Cybersecurity what? Analyst. Now, look at this here. What they do, they monitor system and network for cyber attack. They monitor system and network for cyber attack. That is the role of these people. They analyze security alerts and logs. They respond to incidents and threats. The skill you need if you want to practice this aspect of cybersecurity, the skill you need are basic networking skill. And that is why when you register for our program, before we start the main ethical hacking, we will brush you up on Python basic, networking basics, and what? The ethical hacking scripting languages, like Born Again Shell, which is Bash. So there are some fundamental things you need to know that we'll first of all take care of before we can go into it properly. So security tools, what are the tools these people will use? SIEM, Security Information and Event Management. Firewalls. You have firewall in your Windows, so you know how to exploit it. So how does the CM work? The CM is a cybersecurity system that collects, analyzes, and monitors security data from different sources in an organization to detect threats and respond to incidents in real time. These are software you are going to install. It's not as if you are going to be speaking tongue. You are going to install the software, then you will learn how to use the software. That is why cybersecurity, as far as I'm concerned, I can divide it into two arms. We have the Windows Security Plus, that is the advanced security of the Windows that you use, and then we have the ethical or the penetration testing. So some of us, we want to zero in Windows security, while some we want to specialize in ethical hacking, learning how to try the strengths of system, whether the outsider can actually break through. There are a lot of space for you. So this aspect is actually for beginner entry security. They are the one that we specialize. They like this simple aspect where they will just be analyzing. So this one will not actually require knowledge of coding. Remember what I said you need now. You need what? Networking, basic networking skill. That is what you need. So the next one, just to explain it better, I will just be fast with this because I'm trying to expatiate on that CM. Collect log from firewall. I've captured that. Let's go to why CM is important. Detect attack, also summarize where CM is used. Security Operation Center. That is what? SOC. Bank, government, hospital, enterprise, organization that need 24/7 what? Security what? Monitoring. They will hire you for this. So popular CM tools. We have what? Splunk. We have IBM what? Q Radar. We have Microsoft what? Sentinel. We have what? ArcSight. All these are tools that you are going to use. So once you install them, you use them to what? To perform your security what? Analysis and be able to give your report. So the second career you can develop in cybersecurity is what? Ethical hacker or what? Penetration tester. What they do, legally hack system to find vulnerabilities. And you hear the word there, legally. So there's no offense. Once somebody permits you, like the company that will engage you, they will permit you because they want you to check the strengths of their system, whether the intruders, the black hat hacker, can penetrate. They want to have certain confidence that if you, as an expert, you cannot penetrate, then they are rest assured that what? No one can penetrate. Test websites, network, and application. The application bank uses to capture your money and my money. You should know that a cybersecurity expert is employed to monitor it, to test the penetration aspect, to know whether the bad guys can penetrate into it. Because if they are able to find their way in, they can change 500 to 5 million. And they have no choice. The person can withdraw it. So banks are actually going through a lot, but you may not understand. And that is why they don't play with the service of what? Cyber security what? Experts. What are the skills they need? Networking and Linux. Linux is the main ethical hacking operating system that comes with the pre-built functions for scripting. Ethical hacking tools like Kali Linux, Metasploit, all these, when you enroll, you see how we install them and also what? Use them. Basic scripting, you can see it. You need this if you are going to enroll for this and you would like to become ethical hacker. So you can see the reason why I was telling you that you need basic Python and you need what? Born again share, which is what? Bash. What is used for? People who enjoy problem solving and hacking challenges. These are programmers, people who enjoy problem solving. The third one, the third career is what? Security engineers. There are people we call what? Security engineers. What they do? Design, implement security what? Systems, configure firewalls, IDS, that's what? Intrusion detection what? System / what? Intrusion prevention system. And security tools, protect infrastructure from attack. What are the skills they need? Network and system administration, cloud security, strong technical knowledge. Those who like building and securing systems. So I don't want to waste our time. If you enroll, we'll look at the details. So I've created a link where I expatiate on this, explain their role. Number 4, incident responder. I've mentioned it before. This is a career in cybersecurity. So you can see when we say it's wide, there is space for everybody. It's for you to know where you belong to. What they do, handle active cyber attack. Once an attack happens, they know what to do. That is why some banks, they provide you. Do you know that some of us, we are ignorant of some of these things? We are operating a bank and we don't even know the quick code to block our account in case something happens and you are not able to reach out the bank. Some of us, we don't know the code. And we are supposed to ask the bank, if, for example, I lost my phone, there are codes across all the bank that you can dial immediately with another person's phone, and then you'll be able to block the account immediately. But we don't know all this. These are incident responding techniques, measures put in place by the bank system. But most of them, though, they send us all this to our email, but sometimes we don't read. And sometimes we don't even ask. And sometimes they don't even educate us enough because they are more of making the money. And some of us, we don't pay attention. All right, so investigate breaches, recover system after attack. Skill needed, forensics, manual analysis, calm decision making under pressure. Look at it. This is what I can mean. Under pressure. It's not every one of us that can do that too. Some of us, once there's little pressure, we lose control. You say, my brain is getting hot. Anybody that come around, I bet, leave me, all those kind of things. These are not the people that can withstand this. So you check yourself and know. People who like fast-paced, emergency-style work are the one that will do better in this aspect. Digital forensic analyst. This is another career. What they do, investigate and analyze digital evidence, support legal cases. Skill they need, forensic tools, files system analysis, attention to what? Detail. People interested in cyber crime and investigation. Governance, risks, and compliance. So many people are more interested in just these aspects. Specialists, what they do, ensure organization follows security laws and policies. They have knowledge of the policies, the laws that guide people in what? The internet, and educate and formulate a policy that will guide the company, ensuring that they follow it to the last letter. Manage risk and compliance standards. Develop security policies. They are the one that will formulate. That is why when you get to some company, somebody must have formulated security structure for them that certain system, only certain people can access it. For any reason, another person want to access it must consult this person. Somebody formulated that policy that they are following. And the bank is there. If you want to claim your ATM card, there is a security policy formulated by an individual that the bank follows. So that is the area these people specialize on. What are the skills they need? Risk assessment, security frameworks like ISO, what this, then documentation skill. What is it used for? People who, or who it is for. People who prefer policy and management over technical work. And that's why you see people, some persons just want to, go into this aspect, because once you have that knowledge of formulating the policies that the company can follow, it does not really require much technical skill. So we are gradually getting to where we will stop. We have a few minutes left. We have cloud security specialists. What they do, secure cloud platform, AWS, Azure, Google Cloud. That's why you see some of these jobs are available out there. Secure cloud data and workload, implement cloud security best practice, skill that they need, cloud platform. They should know how to work with the cloud platform, like those ones that we mentioned. Identity and access management, IAM, automation and scripting. Who is it for? Professional interested in modern cloud technology. Application security, AppSec engineer, secure web and mobile apps, find vulnerability in code, works with developers. So the entire website is made up of different apps that need to be secure. They work with developers. Skill they need, programming knowledge, secure coding practice, OWASP, top 10. When you register, we show you under web application penetration testing, you learn OWASP top 10, where you learn a lot of things there. Developer moving into cybersecurity. Security architects. These are jobs that are there so that when you see the advert, you know whether you are fit to go in. Design and organization overall security structure. Choose security technology and strategy. Lead security planning. Skill they need, deep security experience, strategic thinking, system design, senior cybersecurity work professionals. Cybersecurity consultants. So some of us that you have spent some years, you can become what? A consultant. Advise company on security best practice, perform audits and assessments, train staff. You know, some companies have taken this, not just a company that supply this bank security personnel. This is what they do. They have this knowledge, they take this individual, train them, and then sell them out based on commission. What is the skill they need? They need to be broad in security knowledge. You can't be a consultant where you have not spent reasonable time in that domain. Communication skill, business understanding, experienced professional who enjoy advisory role. Now, Chief Information Security, CISO, what they do, they lead cybersecurity strategy, manage security teams, communicate risks to executives. What they need, leadership skills, risk management, business and security knowledge, top levels executive security leaders. Now, we have come to the end of it. Now, if you are, like I told us, the whole of this is structured to educate us. Now you have knowledge of different area you want to go into, and then peradventure you want to enroll with us. We have aspects that we offer. So just hold on. Let me bring the slide, and then just give me a few seconds. So if you have any question, you can also ask before I bring up this. All right. So the entire training we offer on cybersecurity is divided into two segments. We have the Windows Security Plus, under which we group it into different phases. We look at cybersecurity foundation, which is some of the things you have already learned, common threats, which I've already, but their practical version is what you will not learn. But if you register, because we might have other persons who do not join this that may want to register, we may start all over, but at least you have gotten some key information. Cybersecurity tools and technology, career in this. Now, that is for general security. Now, for ethical hacking that I've spoke about, the skills that we offer here are introduction to ethical hacking, network basis, setting up your hacking lab for pen testing, Linux, Python, Bash, and PowerShell, how to remain anonymous on the web, how to perform Wi-Fi pen testing, passive and active reconnaissance, mobile phone security, and pen test. So these are just like, all these have different subtopic under them. But because of, I don't want to start explaining, how to just paraphrase on the main topic. So the standard costs of learning this from us is 250K, and it comes with certification. But like I promised, I want you to unmute any one of you that's interested. I have a kind of a discount that I want to give. Well, let me hear from us first before I tell us the discounts I want to give you for Johnny, and I'll take note of that. So how many of us will be willing to enroll for the full package, which the training will take 2 to 3 months? If you are talking, just call your name. Your name. Please, if you can speak louder, I don't think we can hear you. Who is speaking, please?
Olafabeku.
Okay, so because I have to write the name so that when you finally chat me up, I will know you are among those people that I'm giving discount. Olafabeku, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll be interested for the master class as a complete package, right?
Yes.
Okay. The next person,
Great movie, sir.
the numbers of persons that will be interested will determine the discount. That's why I'm doing this. Who is the next person?
Yeah, Nathaniel Noah.
Nathaniel. No.
Noah.
Okay. You'll be interested, right?
Yeah.
Chris,
Okay.
Chris, yes, sir.
Interested. Chris Ovi, right? That's what I have here. Also
Yes, sir.
interested. The next person. The next. Who is the next person? Aja DT. That's what I have here. Also interested. The next person. The next person, please. The next person. Do I still have more persons who are interested for the complete package? Sorry, I thought I've taken that name. Is it another name? Is it another Fabeku?
Yes.
Please, can you call your name again?
Kayero Fabeku.
Okay, Kayero Fabeku. Also interested. Any other person? Because once you are interested, the class will continue every Monday like this. So that is the space. So just know that we will start the training immediately. Do I still have anybody who is interested? Okay, so that I can tell us the discount for Johnny, because I like appreciating, encouraging people who help themselves for taking your time to join and spend these 2 hours. I need to appreciate you. This platform, we don't prioritize. Our first priority is not money. Our first priority is making impacts. So sometime I can decide to teach you everything free. I'm not paying anybody to teach it. So I can give you any amount I want to give. Do I still have any other person? Okay. Now, for those of us that have showed interest here, I want to give it to you at the rate of 100,000 instead of 250. Is that okay by us? 100,000. We are going to add more persons, and those people will pay that 250.
Wow, this is great, sir.
So it's only 5 of you that I have here that we pay that 100,000. So you all have my number.
Yes.
Please just make sure that you chat me up after this training. Just chat me up and specify you are one of those people that are interested for the full training, so that I can create a group and add you guys there where we can follow up with our conversation. All right? Please make sure you do that now. Please make sure you do it, because I'm not taking your number. So just chat me, or if you can be doing that now, so that once I end the class, I can just identify you, your name, just say hi, your name, and then indicates that you are part of those people that have given that 100,000 for the full package. Both for those of us that are sorry. Yes, on WhatsApp. On WhatsApp, please. On WhatsApp. Through the WhatsApp. We message you through the WhatsApp. Yes. Please send it to me on WhatsApp. Okay, sir. Please, WhatsApp, please. Not here, please. Please, not here. Please,
Okay,
those,
sir.
okay, so okay. Nathaniel, go ahead.
Okay, like for instance, can we pay it by instrumentally or full payment?
Yes, we allow, like I told you, we want to make impact. If you don't have all, but if you have 50%, you can pay. You don't have issue. The program is divided into 2 parts. We have the security plus, as the window, advanced security. So once we are done with that aspect, if you pay 50%, once we are done with that aspect, we want to go into ethical hacking. Then you make sure that you balance up. So for those of us that wants to pay, that, because we want you to see value. We want to see value. So if for those of you that I give these discounts, if you have somebody that you are recommending after this, if you can identify that, okay, I'm one of those people, I'm recommending this person, I'll give that person for 150. That is only those of you that have shown this
Indicated
interest.
interest.
Yes, if you have someone else you are bringing, I can take, if you can convince me that, okay, this person is coming from you, the person can pay 150. All right, so just to give us a general information to prepare towards, so the class will start Monday next week like this. So once I add us to the group, we will start immediately. Then we will add another day, but that communication will be done through the WhatsApp. I'm going to add us. So we will deliberate together. It's going to be a house thing. So I have chosen Monday. But when we want to start, I will allow us to add additional one day if we feel, if we can be available, because I wouldn't want us to choose a day that we cannot come online, the day that we'll be missing classes. So that is why sometimes I don't like giving too many classes, because sometimes some person, because of other engagements, may not catch up. So if it is one day, and that one day we keep to it, and we learn extensively, it pays me than scheduling 10 days, and out of those 10 days, only one person will show up, the rest will watch video. Sometimes it's better you participate live so that you can ask questions that others can learn from. So what are the things you need to get ready? You can't learn cybersecurity with your phone. I want to ask us, do we have laptop? Those of you that have indicated interest, please just unmute and tell. I want to know whether you have a laptop. Nathaniel, you have a
Okay,
laptop.
sir, but I don't have. No, I don't have a laptop.
Who is speaking? Nathaniel does not have a laptop. Who else again? Benga, do you have a laptop?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have, sir.
Ovie, Chris Ovie, do you have a laptop? Okay, so I will still pass the.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay, good. So I will still communicate to us via the WhatsApp group. So just ensure that
Okay, sir.
you have laptop. Nathaniel that does not have laptop, what you would do is that if you can make arrangement, fine. You cannot make if you know that, okay, if you start the training the first week, make sure that second week you get a laptop so that you can practice. The truth is that you
Okay.
cannot really learn program like this effectively without a laptop. And I would not want you to commit if you are not sure that you are going to get a laptop either the second week. I will advise you not to pay, because if you pay, you may not be able to practice, because it's going to be a walk you walk. Sometimes I'll ask to share your screen, and then we do all these things together, except if you can get someone's own that you can always use to practice after the class, depending on when you get your own. Fine. All right.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
thank you everyone for joining. We really appreciate. I think we bring the meeting to a close here. We don't have any comments. We haven't to say 1 minute. This is 3 minutes past 10. We need to close. There is no comments. We can say bye for now.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right. Good night, everyone.